Good morning. A little bit of a better sleep last night. Still up and down throughout the night though. Maybe it's just my life now. But I'm up nice and early again. I have a dentist appointment that I have to get over to for 8 o'clock this morning. And I have no pants on. Hang on a second. Where did I put? Here we go. So I put myself in a little bit of a pickle. The only pants that I have in Lucky right now, aside from my jeans, which are dirty from the maintenance that I just did on my van, are my thermal pants. And honestly, it's not that cold outside to be wearing pants like that. So I guess it's gonna be a sweatpants sort of day. Make a big deal out of that, but I already wore these all day yesterday when I had my procedure. I just find it easier to remove pants like these when you're at the hospital than jeans, and have all my stuff like my belt and my knife, and my little extra key pouch clanging all over the place. So sweatpants sort of day. Good morning to you as well, Stella. How are you on this fine day? Hey, what are you trying to do? You trying to come on my lap? Come on, you can do it. Oh, no, what? You need me to be in the driver's seat, or you're not gonna do it? You're very particular, aren't you? That's the sleeping Dixon. Now I need my oot in the boot Dixon. Ow. Put a cupboard there. Yeah, my heater's still working, ran through the night, obviously. Again, I don't expect it to just stop working, because once it's running, it works. But it did struggle to start up yesterday, as it has been, as has become the usual for it. With my upcoming trip to BC, hopefully I will have the time to get it out of there and take it apart and look at it. And I may actually just go pick up my old heater from my storage unit, make the best out of both units, and see if we can't just get a little bit more reliable heat in here. All right, what time is it? Hey, let's check our fancy clock. Ooh, 7:30. It's working out real good, Sharon. Cleaned my shaker out in the hotel the other day. Didn't want to let the chalky milk get all encrusted. I don't know why I do this. I'm going to the dentist where I'm going to brush my teeth first. I can't possibly be the only person that does that. It's just like a politeness thing. Sorry, Stella. Man, you get around, don't you? Hey, that's the first time I put my shoe on like that while I'm down on my knees. That worked out pretty well. Don't know if I'd make a habit out of it. And in. Window 1, window 2, window 3. Man, that window is foggy and frozen. And yes, people have pointed out or asked even, is your windshield cracked again? I thought you got it fixed. Well, the key word being yes, again. I did get it fixed. That's actually how this chapter began. And now there's a big old crack. But it is what it is living in Alberta with all the rocks and semis and everything else on the roads. But yeah, we were out and about yesterday. I was able to find this guy. For those that don't know, that's Mega Man. Those were great games growing up. I used to play them on the NES system. Mega Man's like 1 through 6, and he's in Smash Brothers. So he is going on the dash. But we gotta get to the dentist. We don't have time for that right now. All right, Link. Sorry for the reach around, buddy. So actually 2 reasons why I'm going to the dentist. Last time I went, I just got a cleaning done, just straight up. That's all I saw was a hygienist, and that was great. This time I'm gonna go get an actual checkup by the dentist, see what's going on in there, make sure everything's on the up and up. And the second reason is that I used to have braces when I was in high school, And after I got them off, I actually had permanent bars about this long put on my bottom front teeth and my top front teeth. And on this side, on my top teeth, the wire has come like unglued from the back of the tooth that it's supposed to be glued to. I can actually physically move it with my fingernail if I get in there. It's very uncomfortable because it needs to be in a right specific spot. If it comes down even just like a little millimeter, it's pushing on the tooth in a different way, and I'm very aware of it, so I'm hoping he can fix that. Chances are I may have to book a separate appointment with an orthodontist. But yeah, used to have braces, now I got bars, and they're coming apart. All right, Penny, hold down the fort till I get back, okay? Yeah. Doing a great job keeping that seat warm, aren't you? Yes. Good girl. Okay, nice. Didn't have to get a cleaning, just did some scaling. Dentist was able to fix my wire, which is great. Now it's not going to poke me in the tooth anymore. And I was talking to the hygienist, a couple things. She recommends I get a water pick, which I think I've actually heard that recommended to me before, and I've never pulled the trigger on. So I guess that gives me something on the old shopping list for later. And we also had a nice conversation about how I will eventually need crowns on my 2 back molars, because there's barely any tooth left. It's mostly filling on both. Whatever, I like candy. We'll start saving now. No kitties to greet me. That's interesting. Where are you guys hiding? Oh, hello. Enjoying the warmth of the diesel heater tick, 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 ticking away? While it lasts. I feel like this might get away on me and I'm not gonna have much dashboard left. With a cargo van, that very rarely happens. Usually there's lots of Austin Powers 40-point turning involved. Gonna rip into the grocery store here. I got a hankering for something that I used to make, I would say fairly often in Sticks and Bricks, and I have not made once since I moved into the van. Before that, real quick, I've got the heater going on full blast, which is 35 degrees Celsius, which means it's gonna get damn hot in here. I'm gonna crack both ceiling fans, and I'm just gonna let that sucker run for a good half an hour and see if that helps my situation at all. I don't think it will. You might get knocked around. Penny's in motion, just so you know. Who left the toilet open? How embarrassing. Hi, Penny. Maybe we'll actually run this back fan as well. There's 1 and 2. Should probably move my slipper so it doesn't, you know, melt. Shopping bag. Keys. Exit. It's funny being in a different superstore than I usually go to, because it's like set up the same, but things are at opposite ends of aisles than where they are. Found the spices. All right, I'm gonna turn that diesel heater off. It was running the entire time I was in there. That's very dark. Hi, how you doing? She was running the whole time I was in there on the maximum setting. And it's, since I don't have that angle on there anymore, the exhaust is pointed right at my tire. And I'm sure it wouldn't melt the tire, let's get serious. But it's real hot, I don't like taking chances. So, I'm gonna turn her off, let her cool down, and we'll see how she behaves later. Smart money is on smoking out whatever area we're in. So yeah, I got the ingredients that I needed. I also got a few extras. I was over at my cousin's the other night, and my little girl was snacky, so she gave her some peas, which she turned out not being a very big fan of, at least not that day, but it gave me a hankering. So now down on some raw peas. Now that I can, let's go find a place to park and whip up some lunch, shall we? Hey Siri, start a timer for 12 minutes. So I actually stopped in at the mall the other day and went into the TELUS store and asked one of the reps there if they had one of the little tools to remove SIM cards from your phone because I lost mine. Hannah over at the TELUS store in Chinook Center was very gracious and gave me hers. And that's when I learned that she keeps them on her lanyard around her neck. It's very smart. Obviously, she uses these probably almost every day. So that's where mine has been. And now my intention is to make my old iPhone 11 my day-to-day cell phone. And I'm just going to keep my 13 Pro Max, which is what I'm talking to you all on right now, as just my camera. I've noticed in my experience that the 11 has a much better battery life. So I'd rather keep 13 on standby for recording and use this as my everyday telephone. So let's see if I can get this sucker apart, and I'll have to steal the SIM card from the 13. Oh, what? There's a SIM card in here. Oh yeah, right. I was with Shaw Mobility. Who remembers those days? All right, I got to steal you for a second. Okay, now I got my TELUS SIM card here. There we go, LTE. Whoops. And full signal. That's real blurry. Cool. I wonder how much updating I'm gonna have to do on this phone. Reason 672 to have a sink in the van. Normally I would run cold water over them, but I'm in a van. So I'm just gonna have to go for a little bit of a chilled dip for a while. Why am I putting the lid on? Heat escape. That's the worst, when they don't come away from the egg perfectly. I've eaten a lot of egg salad sandwiches in my life. A lot of lovely women have made them for me. Probably a couple lovely gentlemen as well. My mom definitely made it for me. My grandmothers are the ones that I remember the most from my childhood. She would make them with this sandwich spread, I think, instead of mayonnaise. And I know a lot of people prefer green onion, and that is delicious in egg salad as well. But for the last few years, at least when I was in Sticks and Bricks and making it, red onion and some dill, salt and pepper, can't go wrong. That looks pretty balanced to me. Haven't had this in forever. Bone apple tits. Could always be better, but that's pretty darn good. Especially for being made in a van. Okay. It is a beautiful day out here. Oh, it was actually getting hot inside the van. Wow, it's nice out here. Nice and cool. I have a little bit of an issue. So up on the top here, where my spare tire is, I don't know if you can see it, I'm looking right into the sun. Yeah, those chains that are hanging down right there, those are my tire chains because I tossed them up in my spare tire like a dummy, and they have rattled themselves into the middle of the spare tire, and they've now fallen down and are rattling against the roof. I've been putting it off because of my back and my leg. But if the doctor wants me to do normal stuff, I guess this is as normal as it gets when you have tire chains on the roof of your house. Ooh, that stretches the leg out. On your knees, son. I think this is where I live now. Yuck, that's rust from the chains. It's almost like they don't like water or something. decided I was going to clean out their cat food dishes as well because they were starting to look a little yuck. Hi, Penny. How are ya? Good girl. Yeah. Don't drink that. It's soaking, okay? Your bowls are in the dishwasher. All right. Good a time as any to use the Biffy and get rid of some garbage. And I guess maybe see if the diesel heater will turn on now that it's starting to cool off in the later afternoon. Let's find out. Doesn't look like it. All right, come here. Up here. Come on. Here, come on. Let's go. There we go. Good girl. There she blows.